Welcome back to another one, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we're going to do something I haven't done for a little while, and that's one of my recipes. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Yeah, am I good there? Okay. Okay, guys and gals. So a lot of you are following me along a trap line this year, and I managed to snare that rabbit. So I thought I would cook that up. And I know there's a lot of good, really good recipes for you know, stews and fried rabbit and all kinds of stuff, but what I like to do is something I think is a little different, and it turns out really good. So first thing you want to do, and I kind of went ahead and got some of this stuff ready so this video wouldn't be 2 hours long, was debone your rabbit. And like most wild game and even beef, you want to get all that silver skin and sinew out that you can, so you're just left with a nice tender meat. And what we're going to do is you can use this as a marinade, or you can just do what I'm going to do because, well, I didn't have time to marinate it. So I'm going to take some soy sauce. I'm going to throw that in. A little bit of worcestershire, wash your sister sauce. That's going to go in. I've got some fresh ginger and garlic. I just minced it up. That's going to go in. And then a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay, a little bit of allspice. Just a bit. This stuff has got quite a kick to it, so you don't need to go crazy on it. Just a bit. And just for a little picante, we're going to put just a few dashes of some hot sauce. You use, if you choose to use the hot sauce, use whatever you want. So then what we're going to do is mix this up. I am going to let it sit for a few minutes, but basically what we're going to do is, as opposed to letting it marinate, which again you could do, let it marinate for a couple hours, overnight, whatever you want to do, is instead of like draining all of this off, we're going to cook it in that. So I'll get the next step ready and we'll be back. Okay, guys and gals, so we've got our mixture here. The one thing that I don't want to do with this is I don't want to brown it. I want to just sort of bring the heat up and just start cooking it. So I don't like to start with a really, really hot pan. All I did was put a little bit of olive oil in there. You can use whatever you choose to use. And we're just going to bring that temperature up a little bit and just cook it kind of like low and slow, sort of, until we get a good color on it, I guess you could call it. Like I said, we don't want to brown it. We want it to stay tender and soft. So once we get a bit of color on it, then we're going to go ahead and add our vegetables. While that's going, I'm also getting my water going for my rice. Now, I like to do something a little different. I mean, it's not a secret, I don't think. But what I do is, so I'm going to make a cup worth of just instant rice. You can use whatever rice you want. But what I do is I hold back a little bit of water. I add some diced up onions into the water and some soya sauce. And like I said, I don't think it's a big secret, but I think it really adds to the flavor of the rice, especially with the onion in there, and I love onion. So when I put my minute rice in, now you've got like a nice brown rice with a little bit of onion in it, and I think it just adds to the flavor. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this rabbit cooking, and we'll be back. Okay, so we've got the rabbit cooking down now. and it's not cooked all the way through. We don't want to cook it all the way through at this stage because we're going to add some more ingredients. So that's going to keep it as tender as possible for the end product. So what I'm going to do is add some vegetables. This was just a like oriental medley type thing. It's got some chestnut, some peas and broccoli and carrots, and of course I added some onion. We're just going to mix that in there good. Get that going. And then on top, what we're going to do is add in our sprouts. So we're going to let the sprouts steam. I'm not going to mix those in right away. We're just going to do that. Then I'm going to put a lid on it. And we're going to back off the fire a little bit. And then once that's ready, when we come back, we'll give it a good stir. We'll keep it cooking. We'll get our rice going. And then it'll be just about time to eat. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're at that point now where we're going to give this a good stir around. You don't want to cook your sprouts to mush, but we wanted those heavier vegetables on the bottom so they would start cooking, and they would be a little bit tender but still have a little bit of a crunch to it. And as you can see, that's working out pretty good. So I'm going to turn that fire down again. We're going to go ahead, add our rice to our soy sauce water and onion. Give that a quick stir. Okay, and by the time that minute rice is done, that'll be ready to eat, so stay tuned. Okay, there we are. Got it cooked down there to a point where I want it cooked down to. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys here. That is going to be a nice hearty meal. So I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Hope you get a chance to try it out. It's a little something different, I think, to do with your rabbit. And I mean, really, you can do it with just about any wild game. For something a little different. Plate up some of our rice. And all that's left is to enjoy a meal. Oh, that's going to be hot. Oh my God, that's terrible. So, Mrs. Tubby thought I was serious and stopped recording, which brings me to today's tip. Always inform your cameraman in on what you're going to do. So, the meal was delicious. I'm going to go finish eating. And you all remember, it's never a bad day to be more outdoors.